Welcome to the Kate Molland channel. My podcast is now in progress. Let's tune in.
Rolling.
Here's the scenario. Okay, here's another scenario I want to give you.
Okay.
There is a guy who visits a girl 2 or 3 times a week. And when he's with her, they make passionate love. She makes him great dishes. He explains to her that he's a businessman. He's a traveling businessman, so he can't be there all the time. He's got a LinkedIn profile. Everything adds up that she has investigated. And she loves him, and she really sees him as marriage material. He's well off financially. He pays her rent when he's there. He buys all the groceries from the high-end stores, and she cooks, and she's a great cook too. So he goes there 2 or 3 times out of the week. And every morning he says, listen, I got to get rolling. It's later than I thought. I got to go. And so he would do that, every once in a while, like maybe 2 or 3 times. He would do that every once in a while, maybe 2 or 3 times out of the month. And so one day she said, I'm going to follow him and see what he does when he leaves here early in the morning. So he wakes up after a wonderful night of lovemaking and he says, listen, I got to get going. And she goes, okay, have a beautiful day, So he leaves. And this time she says, I'm going to follow him. So she follows him from a distance and follows him and notices that he pulls over to a coffee shop, like a Panera's or something. And as he pulls over, she stops and she looks at him go into Panera's and comes out all dressed up in a suit. Because he had a suit on a hanger when he went in. She goes, I wonder where he's going in that suit. So she follows him and he pulls up next to a church. And so as she follows him into the church, she's looking to see what's going on. And she notices that it was a wedding that he was invited to that she was not invited to for some reason. So she goes, well, I need to explore this a little bit more. So she goes into the ceremony to see what's going on. Lo and behold, he's the groom. And the father is bringing the bride down and the vows begin. And she just says, excuse me. So is this why you had to get up early this morning?
Oh my God.
Is this why you had to get up? What are your thoughts?
My heart hurts for her. My heart hurts. Oh my.
What about the bride? How about both women?
Yes, technically, yes. But to find out like that, and to be the bride and seeing this lovely display, the bride may be shocked, but in the long run, blessing. It is a blessing for that woman to come traipsing in, asking my husband to be, this is where you had to be? This is why you got up? Oh, blessing in disguise, bullet dodged.
Now, here's the funny thing about that scenario.
Okay.
Even though it makes you sad, and it makes me sad too, but there are women that will tolerate that. And there are women that will share. There are women that will still take the guy as long as he promises never to see the other person again. I've seen women actually negotiate a place in this man's life. And you ask yourself, why or how is such a thing possible that women would say, wait a minute, baby, let me go ahead and marry him, and the 3 of us to get together and we'll talk later. We will work this out. We will figure this out, but don't disrupt my wedding. Now you know why he woke up. Just step back and be quiet. We're going to finish this. And then we'll talk about how we're going to work this out afterwards. But this is my man, and I'm not leaving this man. I worked really hard to get this man to get married, and you're not big enough to mess this up, because I was obviously the better woman because he married me, not you.
You worked really hard to get a man that you don't technically have.
And all I can do is say this. Do you know why women get themselves in these types of situations? Because they lack intuition, or they're so thrashed they just don't care.
A lot of women are at the point where, you know what, just deliver him to my doorstep and let me go on with my life, and I'll figure it out.
And that's why we're doing this play, QMB. Kate, it's been a pleasure chatting with you.
Thanks for your time.
Wow, what a life, huh?